Hi, thanks for coming. It's good to see you. Um, Given that it's November, and this week, in fact, that we're taping this is Thanksgiving week, I'm all about the gratitude. And I'm not alone. If you look around and see some of the things that are in the news and look all over social media and some of, wherever you take in your news and thought-provoking stuff, if it's podcasts or the paper or whatever, a lot of people talking about gratitude right now. But the truth is, I've been really focused on it this year. It's been a lifesaver for me this year. And so I really wanted to share some of this. You may not think about going to an executive coach for talk about gratitude, but there's a much closer connection than you may think to from gratitude with the impact that you can have in your career and how can it benefit your career. And so I wanted to dig into a little bit of that today. So I'm really happy that you're here to talk about it. I mean, I'm always talking about fulfilling career, happy life. You see it all over my stuff. Gratitude is one of the things that can make that connection between fulfilling career and happy life and can really help with that balance. So, okay, let me just share a little personal story on why I'm so focused on gratitude this year and why I've been wearing hats and wigs all year. So, I had a great plan for this year, was so excited about 2023, had all these new things planned for my business and trips planned for my personal life and all this stuff. And the universe just sort of had a laugh about my plan. And I was, tossed a curveball with some serious health issues. And so I had a choice of, do I sit here and make 2023 about a pity party? Or do I focus on all the things that I have to be grateful for in the face of the biggest challenge I've ever had? And there was no question which way I was going to go. I don't want to spend my time on a pity party. So it wasn't that big a jump for me to go look to gratitude and think about the things that I am grateful for and how can I dial up the presence and awareness of those things in my life in a fairly systematic but really easy way. And I want to share it with you. And I've been doing a ton of thinking about how does it connect to the career? How do I bring this new gratitude presence or, embrace of it in my life to my work, which is about helping all of you with your careers. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And, it really has changed my life, the things that I've been thinking about, all the things that I have to be grateful for. And it starts with, my healthcare team. Very, very happy about that. Just truly blessed to have found the right people to help me. Happy that everything they're doing for me is working. I'm healthy now, and that's awesome. I just need to grow my hair back. Um, and I've been able to keep my business going. That's in part because of my clients who have been amazingly supportive and my team that keeps things going if I need to take my foot off the gas a little bit. So grateful for all of that. I'm here to help my daughter plan her wedding. Just all the little things mean a lot more this year. So that's the choice that I've made, right? I mentioned it's not that hard. My own gratitude practice. So we talk about practice like, our yoga practice because you're never there. Trust me, I'm truly not there. But it's something that you do and you work at and you try and get a little bit better at. And that's how I think about the gratitude practice. For me, it's this simple. Before I get out of bed every morning, I just think about what am I grateful for? And sometimes it's just a little, I know the heat's going to go on in a few minutes. Like I can count on that. My husband's around. He's not out of town. Something that I have to look forward to in the day. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but it's just a little something because what that does is it gets me looking for gratitude all day long. If I start thinking about gratitude in the morning, it's amazing how much easier it is to find the things for which I have to be grateful all day and to skate over a little more easier all the things for which I would, just rather not have to deal with. Everybody's got them. So it I think will help this week too. If you're like me, family is a mixed blessing. I don't think the Norman Rockwell family exists, but there's amazing things about our families. And then there's always conflict or differences of opinions or perspectives or things like that. And I find that focusing in gratitude helps me skate over some of those potential areas of conflict more easily too. So maybe that'll work for you. So one of the really interesting things about gratitude, and I did a little bit of research in it to put my thoughts together for this discussion today. Chasing happiness is unlikely to bring you joy, which may sound counterintuitive, but if what you're chasing is happiness, studies have shown that the focus tends to be the things you don't yet have, the things you want, the things you want more of. So chasing happiness in and of itself isn't likely to bring it to you, whereas gratitude is more appreciation for the things that you already have. It may have been the things you were wishing for in the past that you've attained. So focusing on gratitude is actually a thing that can bring you more happiness. Sounds kind of funny, but studies have shown, and it's almost like people saying studies have shown. It's almost like saying they said. Who are they and where are these studies? I will admit, I quote people all the time and I always forget who I'm quoting, but I will attribute the quote to someone who said something smart so that you're not thinking it came from me. Studies have shown that chasing happiness is not likely to bring you joy, where pursuing gratitude is likely to make you happier. Okay. So one of the other things that's interesting about gratitude is it's almost like a mindfulness practice. Like people talk about mindfulness all the time. And what does that really mean? It means being present in the moment in different ways. It may show up differently for you. But expressing gratitude for me enables me to stay in the moment, to really appreciate what's happening now, what's happening for me in the present, as opposed to, if I don't ground myself in my gratitude practice in the morning, my mind might immediately go to all the things on my to-do list for the day. And, you have to pay put your taxes together. You have to file your business reporting, whatever that looks like, the things that don't so much bring you joy. Starting with the gratitude practice can help keep you in the present. And so I think that's one of the real benefits to it. So let's make that link between gratitude in general, which I'm a huge advocate for this year more than any, and how it can benefit you in your career. So I came up with 10 ways. So here we go with them. And I'm going to make the case that these things do benefit your career. And my hope is that you will share with me either that, yeah, that really helped, or yeah, I found that years ago and I think that's been working for me, or Randi, I just don't get this one. This one didn't belong on the list, or I've got something to add to the list. So let me know how this lands on you. It'd be great. Okay, so I'm making a case that gratitude can actually help you advance in your career, because by portraying gratitude, by living it, by sharing it, by communicating it with others, it really is, it can help advance your career because it improves your reputation. People see that in you. People see you as someone who's really positive, someone that they want to be with, someone that they want to work with. If they're thinking about putting together a project team, you're going to be the one that they think of for opportunities. So it absolutely can help you advance in your career. It will also help you improve your work performance. How can gratitude help you improve your work performance? Because you're going to be looking for the things that are good in your job. You're going to be looking for the aspects of your job that you enjoy. And even if you're feeling like right now you couldn't drag yourself out of bed because you just didn't want to go to work, there are things about it that you like. There are things about it that you appreciate. So if you look for those things and you focus on those things, it will make you happier, and it has a ripple effect to those around you. Of course, my dog has just started barking. So if you hear background noise, that's what it is. And I'm grateful to have a dog. So there you go. But maybe that's why she's making her presence known. Okay, so gratitude will definitely help you improve your work performance. It also helps motivate you to be your best, to give your best. It gives you that little spark. So look, prove me wrong. Try it and see if you think that it does really help you show up. Tapping into that gratitude helps you show up as the person you want to be and really contribute your all. And think about it. If you're a leader and you show up this way and you're communicating gratitude to your team, they're going to show up this way. So it's going to make everything more productive. Happiness on the job also leads to a greater degree of engagement, more team collaboration, and just higher degree of investment in the goals, which is what you want your team and what you want to be focused on. So increases productivity, increases work performance. Gratitude also builds resilience. Having that positive attitude and that sense of optimism, people really respond well to that. I mean, think about, would you rather be working for someone who complains all the time or someone who's enthusiastic about their job? So it draws people to you, and it helps because every professional journey has ups and downs. You can't be happy every day. Even people who are most in touch with the things that are satisfying to them about their work aren't happy every single day. It's a journey. It's a roller coaster. So dealing with, focusing on gratitude can help pull you up in the times when it's hard and really make you more resilient. And dealing with challenges and riding through those down periods, those really tough periods, make you more productive, make you a better contributor, and will reduce your stress level and make you happier in the end. So I absolutely have seen gratitude build resilience in myself, in my clients, and studies have shown. Okay, so here's one that you may not have thought of. Gratitude can lead to networking opportunities. It can lead to job referrals. Like, how can gratitude help you build your network? Again, showing gratitude to others. So it's one thing to think it, but it's another thing to take the next step and communicate it to others in a sincere way. Compliment people for the things they're doing that can make you more effective, can make the team more effective. I hear this more and more all the time with people saying, I appreciate you. It's even better if you can get specific. I really appreciate when you did this. But sharing that with others spreads goodwill, spreads good feeling, and draws people to you and helps them think of you if they see a big opportunity or they want you to connect with someone else because you can spread that well. So it really does lead to networking opportunities. And what I find with a lot of clients, because we talk about networking a lot, many times the hardest thing to do is get out of our own way and get started. Like, what am I going to talk to that person about? Why am I going to reach out to them? They don't want to talk to me. If you are a person that's known for gratitude, and maybe you're contacting someone to express gratitude, that can help build your network. I had a conversation, I was on somebody's podcast last week, and we were talking about people taking risks and things. And it made me think about a guy who had a huge influence on my early career. He took a big chance on me. He was a guy who promoted people into stretch jobs because he trusted them. He knew they would give their all. He knew there would be no surprises. He knew that if they needed help, they would seek it out. They wouldn't pretend they knew things that they didn't know. And so he gave me a huge promotion. And it launched my career into a very different trajectory and has meant everything. It's helped me build my second career. So being reminded of him and having such appreciation for him made me realize I need to contact him. So it's as easy as go on LinkedIn, he's CEO somewhere now, find out where he is and reach out to him and tell him I was thinking about him and how much his trust in me meant. That's a way that networking can really be of benefit. It feels good, and who knows what the benefit could be down the line. My guess is almost every time I reach out to somebody like that, they end up referring clients to me, which is great. It's not the reason that I do it, but it just gets that good energy going, and it feels good, and it ends up coming back to you or creates ripples in the pond. Like, you are having an influence, you are creating that ripple of goodwill. Okay, so networking is one of the reasons I would say to do it, but gratitude also increases your job satisfaction. Expressing gratitude really helps you focus on the positives of your coworkers. And when you're enjoying your work, when you're enjoying the environment, when you're enjoying the people that are around you, you're going to be more engaged. They're going to be more engaged. Everybody's more productive. Everybody's happier. So your job satisfaction really does go up. And if there's something you can do that's in your control to just be mindful, to just tap into gratitude, that's going to increase your job satisfaction, you owe it to yourself to do it. So I say go for it. And what's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't work. Okay, I think it will. Another thing that gratitude can do is it helps reduce conflict at work. Now, some conflict is good. And in fact, healthy conflict is an important aspect of a highly functional team because you're getting the best ideas out and you're tossing things around and you're not yes man, yes womaning anybody. You're talking about the issues that really need to be talked about. So obviously what I'm talking about is reducing the unhealthy conflict. Really, gratitude has a power to do that. And acknowledging your peers and showing gratitude can really help diffuse tension. It can take all of the charge out of the moment. And so it can enable you to talk about some of the things that you need to talk about in order to improve outcomes. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do it gratuitously or you do it in a fake way, but there are things to be grateful for. So acknowledging them can pave the way to, it can open the door for people to listen. It can open the door for people to be willing to work on the harder things. So it's definitely worth doing the effort and making the negative conflict a little bit easier. Okay, another way that gratitude can help benefit your work and your career, it enhances teamwork and collaboration. It really does. When you are grateful for the people that are around you, they want to go the extra mile for you. They want to be supportive. They want to either bring to your attention when something isn't going right or could be better, show the ways that it could be better. Have you ever seen a situation where someone's feeling unappreciated at work and they may see someone going towards the figurative car crash and they can see where the off ramp is and they're like, not helping here. That person can be on their own. Nobody wants to feel like that. Nobody wants to be on the receiving end of that when problems could be avoided. And so showing a bit of gratitude and appreciation for those around you cultivates that behavior and helps people go the extra mile and want to work with you on a team and collaborate. And the end result is better. It's what you guys are all there for, is to contribute in some way. So it really helps that, and it really helps boost team morale. People aren't going to go the extra mile, work the late nights, do the things that they see. It's real easy to not see things that need to be fixed. Sometimes if you see them, you got to step in and fix them. It can create extra work. That kind of team morale really helps build that culture, really helps make people, you don't have to ask. People feel appreciated, so they want to do more. Another thing another way that gratitude can help your career is it really promotes open and constructive communication. This is very much related to opening the door for conflict. But this is not controversial. It's allowing people to talk about the path forward, rather than people just focused at the job at hand. They may be more willing, more excited about talking about the extra that you could do to move things forward, to get ready for future success. And gratitude really helps promote that kind of communication. It also just in general creates a positive company culture. Again, those ripples in the pond, by expressing gratitude and building that environment, it breeds more of it. People want to be part of a situation where they feel appreciated and they feel recognized. You've heard the studies have shown that people leave jobs because of a bad boss. This is the absolute opposite of that. It's showing appreciation for your employees, for those around you, recognizing when they recognize others. That kind of culture is one that we all want to work at. It breeds loyalty. People are happier. They want to stay where they are and make things better for the company and for themselves. And it will also strengthen your professional relationships. When you're showing gratitude towards colleagues, towards subordinates, it really promotes that positive attitude. People are more willing, they feel supported. They're more willing to do more to help you with your career, as well as the performance of the team. It's the kind of environment that people talk about all the time. When I talk to clients about challenges that they're having with their culture and things, one of the things that we often talk about is, well, describe for me a culture that was great for you. Tell me about a time that you were working in a culture that was just your dream. It's really easy for people to think of those examples. And you want to be one of those examples of someone who creates that, of someone who builds a legacy in that way. So it definitely will strengthen your professional relationships. And it has fallout onto the rest of your life too. It will benefit beyond just your professional relationships. And, another way, and to sort of bring the list to a close, is gratitude contributes to creativity and innovation. If people are working in an environment where they feel supported and they feel appreciated, and part of feeling supported and appreciated is getting the constructive feedback. Gratitude can open the door for that. So it's not about just expressing gratitude. But if people feel supported in that way, they are willing to take risks. And doing things that are creative and innovative means taking risks. You're doing things that have never been done before. So there's no guarantee that they're going to work. You got to be willing to take that risk. You got to know you'll be supported for taking the educated risks, for having done your homework first, carved out the best path that you can. If it works, wonderful. There's a lot of success to be celebrated all around. And if it doesn't, it's going to be okay, because the next questions are going to be around, how do we succeed next time? How do we make it better? What do we learn from this so that we're not making the same, I'll call them mistakes, but we're not having the same painful learning opportunities again. So by people knowing that you're grateful for them, that there is this culture of gratitude, they'll be willing to take risks, which is critical to that innovation. And look, people just want to feel appreciated. It's a basic human need. It goes back to our biology, to know that your contributions to the collective are appreciated. So, showing gratitude in the workplace can be just so powerful. It really builds that positive environment, the positive emotions that encourages people to do their best and contribute to the extent that they can, and even beyond where they think they can, to encourage them to stretch themselves and do more than they think they can. That's the dream. That's the environment that we all want to work in. And that's what makes the time we spend in our careers so meaningful and really pay off for us. And I advocate that it will help you move your career forward. So that's kind of my list of the ways that gratitude can benefit your career. I would absolutely love to hear from you. What do you agree with? What do you think is off base? And what do you want to add to that list? What are the ways that gratitude helps you in your career? So without getting sappy, it is Thanksgiving week. I'm super grateful for all of you who listened. For those of you who read my content, pay attention to what I have to say, the ways that I'm trying to help, and provide feedback on that. So happy Thanksgiving. I am so grateful for you.